go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Good morning, good health. Good morning and good health, everyone. I was on for 10 minutes and you guys, I never went live. In any case, good health, Lisa Stanford, and good health, Carmen. I'm not sure what your question is, or the corrected question. What materials do you need, Carmen? What's going on in the African communities? You being 2NY? Correction, what's the best material to understand the importance and beliefs of all those African groups? What African groups? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me know what you're talking about. I broke my mirror today. I broke my mirror. This is a mirror that I use for magic. The mirror didn't break, the stand that it was on. Oh, I think it's good now. Okay. I had to put the crystals on top. I kind of like the crystals on top of it, but I have to do the other side. So I'll just do the other side. I put the crystals on top of it to weigh down so that the glue and the base can do what the glue and the base does best. All right. Hold on a second. What's going on, Carmen? Correction. What's the best reading material to understand their importance and beliefs of all those African groups? Oh, I thought you made another statement. Okay. Let me know what's going on. Comment. I have no idea what's going on. I'm trying. I have no idea. All right. So this mirror is used for candle magic. Maybe it's telling me that I need a new one. And so I will be on the lookout for a new one at the dollar store. But I happen to like, a high number magnified mirror, right? So this is a mirror. On one side, it's regular. On another side, it's magnified. And then what you do is I'm going to put these crystals down. This is citrine to weigh it down. This is Angel Aura. My favorite is Angel Aura. This is rose quartz. And this is clear quartz. I broke a, so I'm going to put it over here for right now. I broke a spear last night. I broke a spear, and I kind of knew I was going to break it too, because it wasn't sitting on a stand, but I was going to get a stand. But when I got up, it rolled, and my back was turned to it, and so all I heard was the crash. Oh, so this is the spear, and I don't want to throw it out just yet. I figure maybe I can put it in a pot of dirt, or I don't want to put it outside because the maintenance man Harry. I'll figure it out. I could put it in a pot of dirt and water it like this. This is a pot of dirt. And water it. Maybe. I'm so crazy. I'm so crazy. And I can put this in another pot of dirt because I get like 20,000 of these and water it. And then I could leave it outside. What do you think about that? Would that be like something magical to bring to the table rather than throw the spear out? Right? These things are look at that. They are magical. Like, who just wants to throw this stuff out? So maybe I can just put it in a pot of dirt. What do you think? And then I got these pieces. Ow! I got these pieces here. Are there any magical people that could help me with this? Do you think this is a good idea if I take this and put it in a pot of dirt? Do you think that's a good idea? Put the glass in a jar? Keep it in the sun to charge the mirror? What glass? What glass should I put in a jar? I gotta be careful because the chips of these things are falling off. I think I should where are my magical people? I could probably find something on IG because those people come up with some creative shit. Shit I ain't never heard of. They just start making shit up. So I want to tell you that there's this post on the Shade Room, and it says Mexican cartel apologizes. When has that ever happened? And the cartel, like, this doesn't make sense. It's not like Mexican authorities, right? It's the Mexican cartel. Something about all of this I'm not believing. We have this whole theory going on in our group text. Something about this I'm not believing. But it is what it is. Mexican cartel apologizes, and the Mexican cartel turns over 5 men they say are responsible for kidnapping the Americans. So you know what I wrote? I wrote, can we exchange and send back Shinquella's peoples? Then it'll be an even exchange. They're sending 5. Let's send 5 back. How did they solve this case so quickly? But we know who killed Shanquella. Yeah, look where somebody else goes. Somebody else goes. This is my theory too. Somebody else goes, look at that. Well, thank you, you kind sirs. Since when is the cartel this nice? She goes, Pablo would never. This is the lie they tell to with you all yet another law. Okay, I don't know what she said, but I get what she's saying. What the hell? What the hell? See, you can't deal with black folks. Somebody goes, pause. The cartel has discipline and respects the lives of the innocent? Full stop. Thank you, Carmen. I don't believe any of it. Something is so far off. and wrong with this story. And I wish America would stop leading us to believe that we are that stupid. This is not the 1960s, people. We don't believe the media. We're all sitting back going, come on, guys. Come on. First of all, American hates any Mexican president. Let's just start there. Every new president that comes to the table, Americans are like, we don't get along with they don't say it. God, they don't say it like that, but that's basically what they're saying. True story, right? And then, which I don't understand, right? I've never seen Mexico be a problem to the Americas. I think immigration is a problem, and most of immigration people are not coming from Mexico. We call them Mexicans because we clump them together because they're coming through the Mexican border. Most times they're everything but. Okay, I'm not getting upset today. We got to name one of these days like Peaceful Fridays or something. We got to name it. All right, hold on a second. See, black folks, can't stand black folks. One person goes, you know you messed up when they send you to the cartel HR department. Stop it, black folks, stop it. See, this is from the Shade Room, so you know there's a bunch of black folks, right? Sugar Wooga goes, the cartel's issuing apologies. They apologize. I'm sitting on my sofa, because this is what I do, right? This is what I do. I'm sitting on my sofa. I'm minding my business. And the TV tells me Mexican cartel apologizes. What? All right. Wait, what? Apologizes. Man, that Uranus and Taurus is making cartels apologize? Apologize. Not only are they apologizing, they're apologizing for Black Americans. Now I really don't believe it. Y'all don't care about Tyrone in a car. I'm talking about Americans. Y'all don't care about Tyrone at a traffic stop. Y'all really want us to believe y'all went way out to go figure out what happened with the Black Americans in Mexico. Y'all really want us to believe that? They were targeted from jump, first of all. It was an inside job, second of all. And there's several Americans inside the Mexican cartel regime. Third of all. But they apologize. So let me tell you what I think it is. You want to know what I think it is? We're losing money to Mexico, right? Americans, white Americans especially, are moving to Mexico. They're moving to all. Listen, one of my regrets, seriously, one of my regrets is that I didn't move to Mexico. They got fresh food, cheap rent. They got vendors all over the place. Like, you could live a good life in Mexico. You know why? Because Mexico doesn't follow the other G-Summit people with their high rent and jobs. Mexico's like, we're not following you assholes. Y'all barely like us. We're going to keep our rents nice and low. And so if your people can figure out that they can live here better, we're going to welcome them. I mean, rent is going up now because so many people are in Mexico that, you know, the landlords are like, let's start building. Let's start building in Mexico. Let's get those American building products and bring them here. Ship them here. So, of course, rent is going up because of the influx of expats. So, this whole Mexican is unsafe, the cartel, drugs. Can we please hear from the two that survived? I really want to know why it started out with two women and two men. I really want to know why it started out with they have no drug criminal history. I really want to know who was going for a BBL. The men? One woman needed 5 escorts? Male escorts when BBLs are women going down together? I need more. I need more. I need more answers. I want to know why somebody's wife didn't know that her husband was taking a trip to Mexico from where? South Carolina? Make it make sense. And why weren't they caught on their way to Mexico, right? I'm pretty sure there was a taillight out. I'm pretty sure they were speeding. I'm pretty sure there was an air freshener in the window. Why didn't we stop them? How did they get all the way to Mexico and Tyree can't get close to his mama's house a block away? We got questions. We got questions, America. We got questions. And please tell me why Shankwell is known is not sent back down to wherever this with couple. Known. We know who Shankwell's peoples are. But boy, did they solve that cartel issue, the drug cartel issue. Y'all can't solve the drug cartel issue right here in America. They all live in Colorado. So I heard. You're always shocked when there is a well-made tunnel going from, Mexico to Texas, and they had such an elaborate, sophisticated tunnel. Not without America's help, Oliver North. I'm just saying. Everyone. Let me see what every comments on fire. Comments like, no one is going to Mata Murad. I don't even know where that is, but that's where they were for a BBL. Listen, it's chronically poor in a crime-ridden area. Let me tell you something, Carmen. I said that. I said it in my group. I said, look at where they were. You could tell that area, like, how far did you have to get to the doctor's office if you took that exit into Mexico? The cartel don't give a F about the U.S. and what they think. No one takes 3 dudes to a BBL. They take their girlfriends. I know people that's gone for BBLs. I believe it's a drug deal gone bad. I will have to see the woman's pre-op instructions with a date on it to believe any of the story. Sounds like shenanigans. I need to see her phone records, right? I need to see her phone records. I need to see her initial deposit. Like, I can understand that they would be like, the day of, bring cash. They're not going to make an appointment and then be like, bring cash the day of. They're going to need at least half in a deposit through your credit card or something. These people are not crazy. And then the day of, they're like, bring cash. All right. Mexico police are shady. They will charge anyone. Mexico is known for a border spot to come in illegally. If you're from another country, you can literally fly from Italy to Mexico, then come across successfully. Very true. I don't get that. I don't understand why they drove from South Carolina to Mexico. I don't get it. Magic is what we make it, connecting with the energies in the atmosphere. So true. Mexico is a border crossing site for people from many countries. Oh, yeah, we know. Ecuador, Guatemala, everything. I know. Hi, Veronica, 777. I love that. The colorism in Mexico makes this whole police street unbelievable. The darker you are, the less value you have in Mexico. All over. The colorism in Mexico makes this wild story unbelievable. Yes, this was a drug run. Good morning, Dory. Hi, Ebony. Two of the men allegedly had a drug history. I feel they were there to buy drugs and bring it back to the States. The drugs are cheaper to buy there. How do we get the drugs safely back in the States? Again, this doesn't make sense. You have to come through the border. So they were either going to get shot by the cartel or they were going to get arrested at the border and get a 100-year sentence. I don't understand. Listen, clearly these are bubbling idiots. Clearly, these are not smart people. At all. At all. See? Marcus Two Braids says they not trying to see the tourist money disappear since everyone's scared to go to Mexico now. The cartel and the real government, I see apologizing and all is okay. Since when the cartel have a human resources PR? Even the cartel got a publicist. What time to be alive? See, black folks. Oh my God. You go to the shade room and read the comments. So nobody baffled by the Mexican cartel having a PR team? Not the cartel issuing a formal apology. She's like, I'm here for it. And okay, Jan, I got you. She goes, now, if you all could tell us what is going on with Shanquella Robinson case. The cartel having more accountability than the government was not on my bingo card today. That's Daphne. That's funny. Everybody, since when does the cartel apologize for anything? It's a whole new world. All right, guys, I'm over it. Drug deal go wrong. Clearly, a Mexican kidnapping is done to receive a ransom. No way they would have killed those two people so quickly. That's what I was thinking. There was no reason to kill unless something happened and one of the idiots started fighting. And then they were like, kill him. That's the only way. But two of them had to die? Not one, two? Get out of here. That was definitely staged. It was so staged. It was so staged. We are not stupid. Hold on a second. I have got to. I am in tears right now. You all are not making my life easy. It was so staged. Hi, Black Pearl. It was so staged. Like, get out of here. Too funny. Okay, I was looking up putting crystals in dirt. Using earthy soils will do just fine, and it is recommended to bury your crystals in dirt to have a powerful cleansing and energy reset effect. I didn't know that. Can you put crystals in soil? Many gardeners choose to simply place the crystals at base of a plant so the roots feel the energy emanated from the sparkly stone. Gardeners also have the options of putting a crystal in a shallow hole within the dirt so it can make direct contact with the plant's roots. I don't want to bury crystals. Burying the crystal gives it time to cleanse. I don't want to cleanse them. Can you bury crystals in the ground using earth to soils? Okay, they're saying yes. I'm going to put them in potted plants. And I get the moon facing me. So I'm going to put the dirt high, right? And then put the crystal like right on top like that. If I put the dirt high, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Yes. All right. These four obviously don't want to. I used to be obsessed with Dateline. Good morning and happy Friday and good health, Janine. I used to be obsessed with Dateline. In order to beat drugs into the U.S. and Mexico, you drive straight down 110 through the southern states. 110 is a no travel route to the East Coast. I don't even understand that. 110 leads straight to Mexican cartel, though? Is that what happens? Ugh. All right. This is crazy. This is a crazy world that we live in. Let's just start there. And whatever. All right. Let me get the last 15 minutes in and talk about the 5 things for CNN today. You know, it's my job. I'm the only one on YouTube, CNN correspondent, officially, unofficially. But if you want a reading with me, text me 213-458-7408. Most of the horoscopes are up. I just have to finish Aquarius, but the horoscopes are up. Leo wasn't so good this month. Why? Like literally, we got the tower. So my Leos, let me know what happens for the month of March. I'm disgusted. We usually get good readings. I mean, something crazy is about to happen. I got to look at it again. Nobody else got the tower. Technically, nobody else got bad readings. Oh, black ass got the tower. All right, 5 things you need to know for March 10th. Germany shooting, kidnapping. Oh, maybe it's the Mexican kidnapping. Budget, China, gun laws. Pray for me, guys. Pray for me. Pray for me that I can speak. And she speaks so well that I could speak well without anger, okay? Oh, you're welcome for the Taurus reading. Are you Taurus, Janine? All right. Germany shooting. Several people were deleted during a mass shooting on Thursday. This world is crazy. At a Jehovah Witness Kingdom Hall in the German city of Hamburg, in what the country's leader denounced as a brutal act of violence. Wow. The alleged perpetrator also died. All right. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting, Carmen. Carmen said that's why the police turned them in, because they were not connected to the cartel. That makes more sense to me. Seriously. All right. Mexico kidnappings. It was Mexico. A week after the kidnapping of 4 Americans in Mexico, investigators are still working to piece together how and why the abduction unfolded. This comes after a cartel apologized for carrying out what one victim's father has called a senseless crime that left 2 Americans and 1 Mexican woman deleted. The Gulf Cartel, which is believed to be responsible for the kidnapping, issued an apology letter and handed over 5 of its members to local authorities. The tight-knit group of friends traveled from South Carolina to Matamoros so that one of them could undergo a medical procedure. But they were violently intercepted by gunmen who fired their vehicle, loaded them into the back of a truck, and took them away. A medical procedure? Why don't we know at this stage of the game? Seriously, at this stage of the game, we've gotten an apology. We've gotten so far. We caught them. They've been returned to, American authorities. Why don't we know what medical procedure somebody was going after? Why aren't we getting more details? What's not being said here? This is going for a medical procedure. Somebody better tell me what medical procedure begins in Matamoros, Mexico. Somebody better tell me what doctor she was going to see that led to that route. Somebody better tell me how you're going for a medical procedure. Was it dental? What was it? Was it a BBL? Like, why are they leaving out like intricate details? Because let me tell you something. If it was a BBL, she wanted to get a bigger badunk-a-dunk. You can't drive back 30 hours or more. I don't even know. You cannot drive back to South Carolina. You would be in too much pain. So what were the other 4 dummies going to do to help someone that was getting a medical procedure? What kind of medical procedure was it? Was it dental? Was it a BBL? Was it liposuction? Somebody better tell me more, because you got a whole apology from the cartel. We're really sorry. We didn't mean to kill them. We didn't know they were going for a BBL. Oh my God. Carmen, I can't take you. I can't. Carmen goes, the Mexican police or the cartel. I know. I know. Tracey, the wife of the men killed, said that he didn't feel comfortable about the trip. He didn't follow his gut or his intuition. Allegedly, it was a tummy tuck. You can't do a tummy tuck and think that your ass can drive back to South Carolina. You can fly back. You can't drive back. A tummy tuck. See, these are the things they don't tell you. A tummy tuck hurts like hell. A tummy tuck hurts like fucking hell. There's a long list of travel advisories for cities in Mexico, and the one they went to was on it. So, nope, Americans are lying to you. They're lying to you. They don't want white America to go to Mexico because that means our economy. They want everyone to stay here and pay $2,000, $2,100, $2,500 for a one-bedroom apartment. That's what America wants. And people don't want that anymore. So they expat their asses to Mexico. And now they're like, Mexico's very scary. Don't go to Mexico. Nobody believed them, right? Don't make travel advisory from Mexico. Don't go to Mexico. Nobody believes them, right? So then they create a scenario. And what do? They get a bunch of black people, not the brightest, and concoct some, hey, if you do this, you get $10,000. I'm not confident it was a drug deal, to be honest with you. I'm not confident. I don't think it was a drug deal going bad. I think this was full trickery on the American side. I think somebody convinced. Listen, a lot of my readings have been saying things like this, though. A lot of my readings, I'm like, there's a group of y'all getting together. Don't do it. Whatever's happening, it has something to do with finances. Don't do it. This March reading was the same thing, but this time there was a lot of people. So y'all better watch these get rich quick scheme. I don't believe it was a drug deal gone bad. I think it's a bunch of idiots that thought they could make a quick buck by going down, but I don't know why. That I can't figure out. I don't know why, but I think it was the whole plan was to ruin the tourism in Mexico. That's what I believe the whole plan was. Seriously. And that's why some of the guys didn't have good stories. They're like, where are you going? I'm just going on a trip with my buddies. They didn't have good stories because there was no plan to do anything but collect maybe 10,000 each. Hi, Tay. How are you? No, I don't believe they were going for a BBL. Nope. I do not believe that. I'm sticking to it. This had everything, listen, this had everything to do with needing to ruin the Mexican economy. Yeah, I don't know any of this, Anissa, but Anissa says if this was theory, the lady that forgot her passport, who forgot their passport and was at a Texas hotel. Oh, one of the people forgot her passport, so she had to stay at a Texas hotel. So, assuming after surgery, she would have stayed or recovered there. You're right, this procedure has a long recovery rate, really does. That's the case in all travel advisory warnings. The government wants to keep our money and keep us ignorant and beautiful world that surrounds us. Thank you, Soul Sister. Did you see the lady's family interview on Don Lemon? I saw briefly. What did you think of the interview? Because I'm telling you, this was a lot of ignoramus going on. Hi, Stephen. There's a lot of ignoramus. Like the family didn't know enough. I'm telling you. You know what it felt like? Because this is media, right? You know what it felt like? It felt like when something happens in the neighborhood, and out of all the people you could ask questions, right? You find the toothless one. And that's the picture that they plastered all over. What really happened, like that's what this feels like. So now they're parading their families all over the internet. The families don't know anything. Let me tell you something. You think I'm going to go on Don Lemon and be like, I actually don't know what my son was doing. You know what I'm going to be like? CNN. Hello? Uh, yeah, I don't know anything. Well, we like you to come on, and we like you to explain, and stick up for your whatever. And I'd be like, I'm not doing it. You can't get me to come on TV and look stupid about something I don't know about. Why are these people on Don Lemon's show? I just need somebody to help me make it make sense. Oh, a condo in Playa del Carmen is $450 to rent. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I thought they didn't read the sad family script right. What? Send me that link. Don didn't prepare them right. Hey, you know the toothless one. All the people in the neighborhood, they pick. All right, they pick the one with the scarf on, right? Here's my scarf. They picked this one. Let me tell you something. I saw the whole thing. Ain't nobody got time for that. This actually looks really good. Who am I kidding? I look good in a rag. That's what we used to call it back in the day. I'm gonna leave this shit on. This looks good. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's the one that they pick. You know it. This is the one I'm talking about. She got the do-rag. She's so cute. But she's dark skinned, but her skin look kind of gray. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. Be like, wait, what happened? Well, we want answers from you. You're not about to get me up there looking the fool. No, no, not if it's associated with cartel, this, that, and the third. No, if it's something like poor Tyree driving and they stop him because his air freshener was blocking the cop's view, I'll fight like hell. But this situation, you think I'm going on Don Lemon? And they didn't tell me nothing? Well, Tracy, you really need to know what's going on in your family. You're right. You're right. No. But I'm still not coming on Don Lemon to look like an ass. I've done Bishop Whitehead, sweetie. I've done it. I already got it, predicted it. I said that jackass was gonna get arrested. Boom, arrested. And I don't know Ja Morant. My friends lived in a studio apartment in Playa del Carmen for $200 a month. I wish I worked from home full time. Damn, $200 from Playa del Carmen? Many blacks are moving to Meridia. Oh my God, Meridia is so pretty. It carries a lot of Afro-Latino history. Meridia is so pretty. Meridia is so pretty because I've been investigating. I'm not going to Mexico. If anything, if I go anywhere at this point, seriously, I'm going to Africa. But Meridia is so pretty. Oh, so pretty. They used to pick the toothless one and the pink hair roll. That pissed me off. The pink hair roller one. When I look at Jay Moran, I think of Tupac Shorty, Wanna Be a Thug, Tay Bugs. Okay, y'all know this, people. If he's a rapper, I don't do rappers. Remember, we've talked about that. I do not do rappers because I'm going to see something I don't want to see. And if I can't save the rapper, I'm not doing it. If this was a drug deal, I want to follow the money because that was too quick of a response from Mexico for rich people not to be involved. That's what I have to agree with. Let me take this shit off. That's what I have to agree with. How you just crossed the border. You weren't even 2 minutes past the border and shots rang out. None of this makes sense. You think they should subpoena and show us the contents of the BBL lady's suitcase? If she does not have a faja or a domino board, Pat, I don't know. Jay Moran, the young black NBA player. Oh, well, give me more. Tay, put in the comments what it is you want me to check. I think they show us the contents of the suitcase that belongs to BBLA. If she doesn't have a file, okay. I thought it was too damn fast. Too damn fast. Carmen, good point. All right. Guys, let's do a reset. Let's do a spiritual reset. I want everybody to calm down. Calm down. You do not belong to the Mexican cartel. You are metaphysical people. We are going to woosah. Breathe and woosah. Breathe and woosah. No more talk. Let's stay metaphysical. We have the priestess. We have the priestess. See something? We have to get ready for the priestess. No more talking. Let's get calm. Let's get centered. I want everybody that is on to welcome the priestess. Let's get calm. Woosah. We're going to learn about some herbs to keep us healthy. Woosah. 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 What's that little, during the 2020s, the little girl that was like, woosah. Woosah. She was like 4. And she was so cute. So cute. All right. Are we good? Brina, I just said stop. I just said stop. Oh, the priestess is looking beautiful. She's looking beautiful. Everyone, please speak and welcome Priestess Ifaseye.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good health. Hello,
Good
everyone.
health. I love it when you come on.
How are you doing?
How are you doing? I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. I made it through the week.
Yes. Well, you had a busy last Friday.
It's
right
just been
through
busy.
Sunday. It's
Mhm.
just been busy.
Mhm.
So stay focused, everyone. We've already shifted, Carmen.
Mhm.
We've shifted into the metaphysical world, not the real world. Although
Yeah.
the real road is the yellow brick road, and that's where the liars are. We are on the metaphysical road now, and we are
Mhm.
Zen. We are Zen, I tell you. Have to yell at people to be Zen.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So what's going on? Excuse me a minute. Let me just close this door. Yeah. I don't know what that
I
noise was
see
about.
the beginnings of your locks. They're pretty long.
Well, I guess maybe. Not really. I mean, there were
Yes.
a couple of inches, you know.
Yes, yes, I see the beginnings. Yes. Ah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be nice. It's so freeing, the locks. I have to tell you, it's so freeing.
Yeah. You know what happened?
What?
Well, I went through a lot last year with my dad being ill and all of that.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, the whole of last year, I just had my head tied because I just didn't have time to deal with it. I
Yeah.
didn't I didn't want to get braids or anything like that, so I just tied it, and I just needed to have my head covered at all times, just for peace and
Spiritual
calm and
peace
centering,
on your
right?
Ori. Yes.
By the time we got to October, I stopped combing my hair altogether. I
Yeah.
stopped combing it all together. I was just tired. I just couldn't be bothered. It was just
Yeah. Yeah.
too
Yeah.
much I was going through, right? And
Right.
so
Right.
then
Right.
in December, I made the decision to try locking it and see how that journey works out for me. If it doesn't, I'll just shave it off. That's not a big deal for me.
Yeah. I
I've
think
had my
locking
head
is,
shaved many times. Yeah.
yes, yes. It's for spiritual reasons, which
Hmm.
everyone
Hmm.
will discover when they take your classes why those events have to take place. But I
Hmm.
also think locking's very spiritual.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
feel like locking made my body respond to food differently,
Hmm. Hmm.
you know?
It actually, well, 4 years. I've been natural for, I would say, since my initial initiation.
Hmm.
Um, but even before that, you know, um, I was told that I needed to be natural, everything, right? But of
Yeah.
course, listen, a child of Oshun in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
90s
yeah.
with all those
Yeah.
different
It's
hairdos.
not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. Beauty is mandated. Sorry.
But by 2009, I would say I was like, okay, all right.
I'll go
And
natural.
you know so that it started from there, going natural. But to your point, when I say openly natural in 2009, because prior to that I did stop, like, perming my hair and all of that, but I was
Mm.
wearing weaves, right? so
Mm-hmm.
so under the weaves it was natural, but when I became openly natural, stopped wearing the weaves and stuff like that,
Right. Right, right.
it was so liberating.
Stop wearing the weaves was
It
liberating.
was just
It
so
was.
liberating. For me, everyone has their own
No,
journey.
I got
It's
you.
not
For me,
putting
it was.
anyone, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of choice, right? But it was just so liberating, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. For me, I felt like the weaves were just heavy on my head. Like
Well,
it
let me
added
tell you,
so much weight.
yeah. Well, the stylist that I had, well, she's
Hmm.
now a registered nurse, but
Oh, wow. Good for
I
her.
would just let her do anything that she wanted with my hair. She
Hmm.
actually had been asked by some celebrities to go on the road with them to be their hairstylist,
Yeah.
but she turned it down. She just wanted to
Yeah.
stay in her shop. She was that good. And I just
Yeah.
let her do anything because I was bold enough to wear any type of hairstyle,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Got it. Got it.
And so she was, so I never had that feeling of the heaviness or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, but when the scalp starts itching and all that mess, it just became a mess. In the summertime, it could get too hot, all of that. I don't have
Yeah.
to worry about that anymore.
No.
That in itself is liberation right there for me. Again,
Yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah.
judging
No,
anyone.
no. I got you. I got you. We're
Mhm.
not talking about others, but
Yeah.
it's not until I un got the locks
Hmm.
did I understand freedom,
Yeah.
right? Freedom
Hmm.
with my hair,
Hmm.
choices,
Yeah.
right? And then when I got my hair locked in 2020,
Hmm.
all the cute styles you could do.
Yeah.
Everybody does
And
such
you don't
cute
have to worry
styles.
about it getting wet, and you have to run from the rain, and
Let it get wet. What's gonna happen? What are you gonna just twist it back? And you know what I also like? How it just like this is natural. Like the hair just grows.
yeah.
It just
My
grows.
daughter's is about the length of yours now. She's
Oh,
at the 2 year mark.
your daughter locked
Yeah,
up? I didn't know that.
probably
Yeah.
about 3 years. It'll probably be 4 years at the end of this year, but at the 2 year mark, it
Hmm.
really started growing.
That's
Yeah,
what happened with me.
yeah. Hmm.
This is my third year.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Yeah,
6 months ago,
yeah.
it started to fall. And everybody kept saying, your hair's growing, your hair's growing. I was
No,
like, yeah, I
it
know.
was like a growth spurt.
That's what happened.
Yeah,
Absolutely. All
yeah.
right. So, what are you
Hmm.
drinking?
I am drinking Hawthorn berry. You see the little
Ah,
berries in there?
yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Nice.
Hawthorn berry tea. And that's our herb for today. That's what I'm going to discuss today.
Oh, it's Hawthorn berry.
Yeah. But
So,
I like to not just discuss the herb, that's secondary to me, right?
do
The
you.
discussion is leading up to that. That's what's most to me
I get it.
most important. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just writing down Hawthorn berry. So, tell us, what is it?
Well, 2 Thursdays ago, because I didn't come on. No, it was last week Thursday because I didn't come on Friday, right?
Right, right.
Um, we were on your live, and somehow the conversation got around to Giselle from Potomac and her heart. Oh, I called her the Ice Queen. If you remember.
I remember that. That was Wednesday. Was that in group on Wednesday?
No, that was Thursday on your live, right?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. You typed
Yeah.
in. Yes, 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 yes. That was good.
But then
Yeah.
I also had to acknowledge, that when people get their heart broken, when they
Hmm.
are betrayed and, hurt and all of that, a lot
Hmm.
of times, they will shut down, right? And for some
Hmm.
people, it shows up as icy, right? And
Yeah.
it's not really because that's what they want to do, but they are protecting their heart,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And but the thing with that is it leads to a road of loneliness, and we'll get to why.
Yes.
A road of isolation, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when we get hurt, we're afraid to get hurt again, right?
Yeah.
And
That's a
the
woman's mantra, though.
yeah,
That's a woman's mantra.
yeah.
But go ahead. I'm listening. I'm listening.
No, no, no. And the physical heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, does so much for the body, you know,
Yeah.
pumping the blood through
Yes.
all through the body. So it is so critical, right?
Yes.
And so
Yes.
if our physical heart is affected, it can also affect other parts of our body as well,
Yeah. It does.
you know?
It
And
does.
when you think about, that energetic side of it, the spiritual side of it, when you have a broken heart from hurt, pain, betrayal,
Mm-hmm. Uh,
disappointment.
yeah.
I mean, and so, and then, people in the chat last Thursday started chiming in and, giving, I guess, maybe their experience or their, understanding. And I
Yeah.
said on Thursday, I said, that's going to be my topic for tomorrow,
Good.
last
Good.
Friday,
Good.
right?
Right. Right. Right.
But I was taking care of some things and I couldn't come on
Right.
Friday. So I wanted to um have that discussion today. So The title for this segment is Unbreak Your Heart.
Mm. Mm.
You know that song by Tony Braxton, Unbreak My
Mm-hmm.
Heart?
Yeah, I love that
And when
song.
he sings that song, you can just feel the pain.
You can.
You can
You
feel the
can.
pain, right?
Yeah, you
You
can.
know,
Yes.
she sings it, you know, in a way that, wow, it's like she's singing from experience, you know?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
painful. It's
So,
painful.
before we go any further, you know, I just want to give my disclaimer
Yeah.
that I am not a medical doctor, and the
Mm-hmm.
information that I provide is for educational purposes only,
Right.
and it would not be wise for anyone to self-diagnose. You know,
Yeah.
seek the or consult with a qualified doctor or herbalist
Mm-hmm.
before you decide what herbs might be appropriate for you
Yes.
and for your healing, right?
Thank you for that disclaimer. Yes.
Mhm. So, I wanted to start off with this statement. I shared it in the group a few months back, and it's a message that I received personally from me because, as you know, I was going through some crap last year, right?
Yeah, you
And there
were.
was pain, there was hurt, there was disappointment, coupled with other
Yes.
personal things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that card one day, I was shuffling my tarot card deck, and that card jumped out, and
Mm-hmm.
it had just honey just dripping down off the top of the card, a
Right.
really large sunflower on the card. So right away, I knew that Oshun made her presence, right?
Right.
And I'm like,
Right.
what is it, you know? And then I just heard, take the sweet, let go of the bitter.
Ooh.
So I wanted to share that. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but I was adamant that I was going to have this discussion today. Take the sweet, let go of the bitter, meaning release it, right? Um, because we've all been through some kind of hurt, whether it's from an intimate relationship, whether it's from a relationship with family or friends. You know, we might
Mm-hmm.
have been betrayed, we might have been
Mm-hmm.
so disappointed, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Absolutely.
And so, and if it happens multiple times, could you imagine
Mm-hmm.
what a lot of people would do? They would shut their heart down. They would
Mm-hmm.
harden their heart,
Mm.
right? Because they don't
Yeah.
want to feel that pain again. And you know, as I said earlier, you know, the heart is so critical to all parts of our body, right?
Right. Right.
So that hurt, pain, disappointment, that energy is stored in the heart,
Right.
right? But here's
Right.
the thing, that hurt, pain, disappointment, grief, loss, all of those things could also lead to anger. You're
Mm-hmm.
angry at someone who, or people, whether it's your job, again, whether it's friends, family, you're angry. So now remember, when we covered anger, anger is stored
Mm-hmm.
in the kidney. So that energy is stored
Mm-hmm.
there, right?
Mm.
Right? And then fear, because you're afraid to open up your heart again.
Right.
Sorry, anger is stored in the liver. Fear is stored in the kidney, right? So you have all these things going on just from, you know, the situation with your heart,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
right? And it can be a traumatic situation that's now the energy of that trauma is stored in your womb or sacral chakra area. So you see how it can affect and the need to heal our heart, to unbreak our heart. Unfortunately, people might break our heart, but we have to heal our heart because they're not going, no one can heal our heart for us. It's a
Mm-hmm.
work that we have to do for ourselves.
Mm.
I want y'all to marinate on that for a minute.
Yeah.
Because even if someone says, I'm sorry, and they mean it sincerely, the hurt is already done. They can't go into your heart and heal it. You have to heal it by being able to release that energy,
Mm.
right? And it
Yeah.
takes work that you have to do. Unfortunately, someone else did the damage and you have to do the cleanup,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
right?
Mm.
Right. So when that energy, let's say that heartbreak leads to anger, affecting the liver, leads to fear, affecting the kidney, leads
Mm.
to creativity. That's the womb sacral chakra area. It can
Mm.
affect your creativity
Mm.
as well,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the only um, remedy for heartbreak and emotional pain is time as you
Mm.
do the work, but it takes time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And again, no one can heal it but you.
Yeah.
People can give you guidance on what to do, but this is a journey of the self, right? How
Mm.
many of us here are dealing with heartache? How many of us here have shut down our heart
Mm-hmm.
because we're afraid to be
Mm-hmm.
hurt again in that way, in the way
Mm-hmm.
that it felt? Because that pain,
Mm-hmm.
you can physically feel it sometimes, depending on how deep that hurt is. It's no joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, Janine, this conversation is exactly what I need to hear right now. Yeah, I just felt that
Mm-hmm.
I had to bring it. And I didn't know how I was going to shape the conversation because it
Mm-hmm.
can get so deep, right? And
Mm-hmm.
time is of the essence, right? But
Mm-hmm.
even if it's just to, the purpose for my conversations on a Friday morning is not to heal, but to encourage people to start their healing journey on whatever the topic is for that
That's right.
day that might resonate with them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's important for the heart to heal. Because think of, and I use this example a lot, think of a store. You go to a department store, the gates are shut down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. And it's not an uncommon reaction. We just shut down,
Yeah.
right?
It's very natural.
Because
Yeah.
we don't want to allow any pain in, right? That's the purpose. We're trying to protect ourselves, and this happens automatically, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? If nothing comes in, then nothing can go out. How can you give love? How can you receive love? When someone is loving on you, are you able to receive it? If not, why? Is it possible that something or some things has caused you to kind of shut down? And so where do you find yourself? You shut your heart down, detach. Detachment occurs. It's hard for you to build connections because everything is love. Love covers everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything we do has to be done with love. And if we're not allowing it out, how are we going to connect to others? Am I making sense, somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Um, so if someone is, again, giving you love, it might be difficult for you to receive it. Because what? When we when we are hurt, when we are disappointed, when we are saddened, when we lose something, trust becomes compromised. So when I'm trying to love on you and you're lacking trust, you won't believe that I really love you. That when I say I love you, I mean it. Because you're possibly still holding on to that past experience that got you to this place in the first place. Mm-hmm. Right? So, and then when we don't trust, when people say, "Oh, I don't trust anybody," and let me tell you, I'll raise my hand. I've been there, and I'm still, I here's what I trust in: my discernment. Let's put it that way. I've come to rely on my intuition and my discernment.
Yeah.
But if we have absolutely no trust, some people have absolutely no trust in people to the point where if someone says, "Okay, I'll be there," they don't even believe that that person will show up for them. When you don't trust, it's hard for you to ask for support.
Mm.
It's hard for you to build connections. Where do you think you're going to end up? In a lonely space. Lonely. In the midst of a crowd, you'll be lonely.
Yeah.
Because we need human interaction.
Mm.
As much as we may get on each other's nerves and hurt each other and whatever, we do need support of community. And whether
Yeah.
that community is family, whether that community is people on your block in your neighborhood, or
Yeah.
a particular group, or
Yeah.
we need community.
Yeah.
We need to be able to nurture one another, not just
Mm-hmm.
give it, but receive it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's giving all the time, you have to question and ask, why can't you receive? What do you
Mm.
need to heal from?
Right.
Again, I'm on this journey because this journey called life.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying anything that I haven't also experienced myself.
That's right.
Self-discovery is so important. That's when we get to shift and do the work, the necessary work to bring about the healing.
Mm.
It's not always easy. It's
Yeah.
not. Because that would mean having to resurface, bring that pain to the surface. The pain, the disappointment, the hurt that we never talk about because we can't deal with it, that we push down, right? Now it has to come up.
Mm-hmm.
We have to come up, you know,
Mm.
bring it up to the surface and deal with it. And it can be painful. Crying, rolling on the ground. I've been there. I've been there. I'm very transparent. I've been there. And still go there sometimes, but I can quickly pull myself out of it in most instances because memories, you're walking and you might see something that might trigger a memory of some trauma or betrayal that you experience, But when you do the healing work, you're better equipped to manage it, not suppress it, but manage it and work through it. Right? We can't walk around
Mm.
with smiles and then we're dying on the inside. Let the inside match the outside. Time to take the mask off for so many things in our lives.
Mm.
It's just time to take it off. There's freedom. Removing that mask is freedom. The freedom that you feel, the peace that you feel, right?
Right.
You know? Yeah, so as I said earlier, a hardened heart is a protective mechanism. So using Giselle as the example, the woman has been through a lot. Shame, disappointment, whatever, that's made her into this person that she is. Very, in my opinion, icy.
Mm.
But that's her protecting herself. It's difficult for her to open up and share herself and things about herself on a show that she's getting paid to do just that.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Right? Um, yeah, so when your heart is hardened, it compromises your ability to empathize with people, your ability to be compassionate, your ability to stand in gratitude.
Mm.
It's like a dark cloud. And we know that positive thinking will manifest positive things. And if we can only see, well, this one did that to me, or I don't trust that, all that negative stuff, and not be grateful for, well, I do have one person that I can depend on, even though 10 people betrayed me. Look for
Mm.
the sunny side. It's hard to do with a hardened heart.
Yes.
And that's one way to start softening it. Stand in gratitude, sit in gratitude, sleep in gratitude, be gratitude. There's not one person on this live that can tell me that they have nothing to be grateful for. I
I like
challenge
that.
you.
Stand in gratitude. I like that.
I challenge you to tell me that you have nothing to be grateful for. Why not focus on that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the lack of that empathy, compassion, and all of those emotions that's needed to build connection, to build trust. Because guess what? If you don't trust people, they will recognize that energy and then they won't trust you. It's going to be a natural
Yes.
response.
Yeah.
Because if you can't trust me, then how do I know that, let's say someone says to you, oh, she said this, about you. If you don't trust to know that I would never say those things about you, most likely you would believe it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then you would start feeling a certain way about me.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I do.
So when that trust isn't there, it'll be difficult for you to have um, genuine relationships, authentic relationships, right? You have people in friendships or relationships and they don't trust each other. They're not being authentic.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what type of relationship it is. You're not being authentic, you're being pretensive. Ouch. Call a thing a thing. That's how the healing happens. See it for what it is, face it, and do something about it. I would love to get some. I'm seeing feedback there, but
Oh
I'm
no, you're
ready
getting
for
feedback.
a couple of seconds.
I think what happens is that people are in awe.
No, I'm
So we
seeing.
kind of
Yeah,
we kind
no,
of have to let them soak this up.
yeah.
This is
This is what I'm
soup
saying.
right now.
Right, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm stopping for it to marinate a little bit before I continue.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm quiet and I'm never quiet. I'm quiet. I'm speechless right now because I too am eating up, this sacred knowledge.
My desire for people is to heal.
Yeah.
That's it. It would, if everyone could discover, because a lot of time we don't even realize it. So this is why these conversations are to kind of like wake something up, shake something up. Because a lot of times we're functioning daily and we don't realize certain things. It's a blind spot a lot of times.
Mhm.
Things that we don't know that we don't know
Mhm.
about ourselves.
Mhm.
You know, so it's important to check in with ourselves.
Mhm.
Sometimes you find yourself frustrated or feeling anxious or feeling whatever, right? Not
Right.
just relating to the heart, right? Or heart, issues and breaking of the heart, right? But
Mhm.
it's like you're not feeling right. This is when you know you need to check in with yourself, sit down. Why am I upset? Why am I anxious? Why am I this? And if you have to retrace every incident that happened the past week, whatever you can remember, chances are
Mhm.
you'll get back to that one thing that caused the whole domino effect for that entire week.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, it wasn't dealt with.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't have the time. Maybe you just said, oh, maybe someone offended you. And you said, oh, I'll just let it roll off my back. But did you?
Mhm.
You housed it, right? And that energy is like, hello, now deal with me, because now I'm going to make you uncomfortable,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So, you
Hold
know,
on. Hold on. Hold on.
mm,
Ifaseye.
mm-hmm,
Over the past couple of weeks, I've been so angry and disappointed with certain people. It's disturbing my peace. I've recognized that I have to focus on gratitude, not the negative.
yeah.
Oh, Stephen. Stephen says thank you. Stephen never says more than hi.
You're
Ah!
welcome, Stephen. It's my pleasure.
Yes.
It's my pleasure. Yes, take a look within ourselves. A lot of times we're looking at other people, but we're afraid to look at ourselves.
Yes.
It's the best thing that we can do for ourselves. Because what? We're a work in progress. We're not perfect, but yet we're still perfectly made.
That's so true.
We may need healing, but we're still whole. Healing those traumas is the key. That's right. And it's a life's journey because we don't know what tomorrow holds, right? We don't know what we might have to heal from that's going to happen next week, next year, right? So it's a journey. And once you're able to sharpen the tools, develop those muscles, those
That's right.
healing muscles, right?
Yes.
When something comes up as it happens in life, life starts lifing, right? We're better equipped to handle it and work through it. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean that we're not going to be hurt by it. I
Doesn't
mean,
break
after all,
us.
right, but we'll be able to heal ourselves through it, right? Work through it.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, if we have to feel, I mean, just imagine feeling that you can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's loneliness.
Yeah.
Because then you won't share certain aspects of you with anyone. And I'm not saying everyone needs to know your business or certain, personal things, but to just
Right.
have no one,
Mm.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We have to manifest the good people in our path who are empathetic. These are prayers that I pray, by the way, for good people to be placed in my path who are empathetic, compassionate, loyal, trustworthy, ask for what you want,
Mm-hmm.
who supports you in your growth, in your journey, and then you in turn can support them.
Yeah.
Manifest it.
Yeah.
So as you're doing that healing work, those are the things that you want to manifest as well while you're doing that healing work. But it has to be done.
The work has to be
The
done.
work has to be done. You know, start working towards it.
You know, Ifaseye, I think the healing can be difficult, the healing can be long. But I do find it interesting that when you get on the other side of healing,
Freedom,
it is
like a light. I'm telling you,
it's
I went through a
so
journey in
enlightening.
2020. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I literally started seeing the light. Last year was a
Yeah,
journey. And based
yeah,
on the work that I did in 2020, I was better equipped to
yes,
handle that journey last year, which was
yes,
more intense, by the way. The
yeah, I
betrayal was more
understand.
intense, but
Yeah, I
I
get it.
was equipped because I had started, built the muscles, right, from
Yeah,
healing from past experiences, right?
yeah, yeah,
So that when I was faced with that, I knew what I needed to do, as painful as it was, but I was able to nurse myself through it.
yeah. So that brings me to another point because
Mhm.
2022 it was, right? It was
Last
2022
year,
for you last year.
2020, and then 2022 was even more intense. But
Yeah.
because of the work I had done in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
it developed me more, right? So that
Yes.
even though I was faced with something more intense, I knew what to do.
Did everyone go through something in 2022? Because
I
2022
think
was my
everyone did.
year of reckoning.
Ooh,
It was my year of reckoning.
I think.
And
Mhm.
I took 6 months, not that I was counting the months, it took 6 months for me to heal. It took 6 months. And like you, all my life, I think I was developing to
Mhm.
deal with 2022 all my life. And so when it hit, it took healing. But when I got on the other side of healing,
Mhm.
I was in a physical good location that
Mhm.
helped.
Yeah.
And it was from being in a physical location that I could see the world differently, that maybe something structurally had changed in my life
Yeah.
and maybe was irreparable at the time. But there were other things that were in front of me
Mhm.
that made my life amazing. One, my online community. You know, I don't know if I didn't have the online community where I would be. I get to look out at the sea every day. The moon, literally, literally, the moon, that massive moon, faces me like this.
Mm.
And each time when the moon showed up, I was like, am I being healed? Like, are you showing up for me? Even though the moon belongs to everybody. But in that moment, it was part of the love that I needed from the universe.
And I knew you were going through the journey. And sometimes we have to just allow people to go through the journey. You just let them know that you're there. Remember that
Yes.
song that I sent to you? I
So,
heard it for the first time. No, it wasn't that I heard it for the first time, but I woke up. Remember, I woke up out of my sleep singing that song, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And then you popped into my mind. I knew it was for me because I was going through it too. But then
Yes, you were.
you came to my
Just
mind.
in totally different places in
Yeah.
life. We were both just going through something.
Yeah.
And
Remember the
Ifaseye sent
song?
me, yeah, I play it all the time. What you don't know is that, okay, so Ifaseye sent me Special by Lizzo, and it hadn't been out yet. She hadn't made a big deal out of this song.
Mm-hmm.
So Ifaseye got it early on, and it was special. And man, for somebody to send that to me, it's different when you hear it. Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that spirit saying, hey, you need to know this, right? But when somebody acknowledges that you are going through something, but you've got to remember that you are special.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who just sent it to me recently?
Who?
Samara.
Oh.
I posted something in the feed because I was just so aggravated.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why do people do this? And I went on to explain like what was bothering my soul.
Yeah.
And Samara sent the video to me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
sent the song and Samara sent the video. And I
Yeah.
posted,
'Cause
I was
I
like,
don't even think the video was out yet.
it wasn't.
When I sent it to
No,
you. Yeah. The song
you
had
got it early in.
just
The
dropped.
song
Yeah.
had just
Mm-hmm.
been released.
But I woke up actually singing the song. So it's like, I don't know. You know, but Spirit is amazing.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Spirit
But I
is
needed
amazing.
that. I needed
Mm-hmm.
someone that understood I was going through something.
Yeah.
And that's community.
Mm-hmm.
And that allowed me to get through life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And this discussion is what going to be, let's say, about an hour, right? The
Yeah.
work is not going to take an hour. It can take months, years,
You
you
know,
know.
Ifaseye,
Um, but
when
you're
you
worth
take
it.
years to
Mhm.
for your heart to be broken and not deal with it, it takes the same amount of years to unbreak it,
Yeah, depending on what the
to heal it,
what the what the offense is,
what the
right?
offense is. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So physically, when we're dealing with that, it can end up manifesting physically with us having issues with our heart.
Um,
And any spiritual or energetic something that we're dealing with, this is not just limited to the heart. It can manifest um, physically. So someone dealing with trauma, and it's in that womb area, sacral chakra area, right? That creative area, the area that we create, you know, can have womb issues. It can manifest as womb issues physically,
yeah.
you know. So, and vice versa. Because if we're not well physically, it's going to compromise us spiritually. If we're not well, you know what I mean? If we're not
Mm-hmm.
well spiritually, it can compromise us physically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When your heart is broken, you're down, you're disappointed, and it's like you're clutching your chest because it's
Mm-hmm.
like so many things can happen. It drains your energy. People
Yeah.
can be brokenhearted to a point where, God forbid, they can have like a heart attack or something because they're so stressed from that hurt and pain.
Yeah.
So they both go hand in hand, the physical and the spiritual, is the point I'm trying to make.
Yes.
And these are my views. Feel free to disagree, but, these are my views. This is how I see it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
separate the two. I don't separate
Mm-hmm.
the physical from the spiritual. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is a time for disagreeing. I think this is a time to listen
Mm-hmm.
and absorb,
Yeah.
right? If these are
Yeah.
views that don't agree with you, turn the TV off. because somebody is getting something out of this.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's definitely not about
speaking
disagreeing.
to somebody, that's for sure. I'm clear on that. You
Got
know,
it.
what
Got it.
does your heart want? What does your heart want, Tracy?
My heart wants to heal. Physically, I want to heal others. I want others to get to the other side like I have managed to get
Mm-hmm.
there. I
Mm-hmm.
can't believe how good I feel because I made it to the other side in spite of personal issues
Yes,
that
you put
are
one foot in
not
front.
resolved. Issues that are not resolved.
Right, right. But
But
mhm,
but yeah, to get to the other
yeah,
side and understand that everybody has a journey. Everybody has
everyone
a
has a
journey,
journey.
even if the journey created pain for me.
Correct. Correct.
And they'll get there when they're supposed to get there. I can't rush that because that's selfish for me to
Hmm.
want things to be my way.
Yeah.
People have got a journey that they're on,
Mhm.
and I've
Yeah.
got to let them be on their journey. And it's okay. Once I took it to a different level,
Hmm.
and and once I realized that I can just do me, I can just make myself happy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That never dawned on me.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
just do me, just make myself happy.
Hmm. What does your heart want? That's what you ask yourself. What does my heart want?
Yeah.
What does my heart want? You know, um,
I mean,
what?
I'm out here dating. I'm meeting the crappiest of men. But you know what? I'm not mad at them. How can I be mad at them when they're showing up being they're perfect, that they believe they are? They're
Hmm.
not perfect for me.
Right.
So
And
I'm no
that's
longer
okay.
mad. I'm like,
Right.
moving on.
Right. Got a nice meal. You know.
I had one
But
man that told me, he's like, and he's that serious. He's like, when my wife mess up, I'm coming to you. I'm not waiting for you. The arrogance of it all. But you know what I say? Because this is how much I care. I go, okay, because I don't care. I'm not waiting for you.
Celestial Sleuth says, my heart wants my family to be safe. I wish that my self work will translate to them or transfer to them, right? It will. Because when your energy shifts, it's going to impact other people's energy. And if that shift is positive and elevating, that's what's going to happen. Think about someone, let's say you're sitting around the table with friends and you're laughing and you're joking, and here comes Debbie Downer. What happens? Everyone's, right? Everyone's like, oh, God. Energy has shifted. It works the same way. Good, bad, or
Yeah.
indifference. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to shift. And sometimes, and it's going to shift with everyone around you, by the way, everyone, not just your family. And it might inspire others to say, wow, you've just been so, wow, you look so great. What are you
Right.
doing?
Right.
I'm healing. I'm healing myself. Wow, what have you been working on? It might
That's a
inspire
great
them to do.
response.
Yeah, it might
That's a great
inspire.
response.
Yeah, it might inspire them to want to do some work as well.
But that's a great response for people to start saying, you look so good. I'm healing. That's the name of that's the name of your book, Ifaseye.
I'm healing.
Yeah. Yeah. But also, I just wanted to respond to Celestial Sleuths. I want you to be really careful when you say, my heart wants my family to be safe. I want you to identify that they're safe anyways. I never walked around hoping and praying that my son would be safe. I already believed that he
Speak it.
was.
Speak it as though it
I
is.
trust
Mm-hmm.
God that
Mm-hmm.
much
Mm-hmm.
that I believe that he always was. When
Mm-hmm.
he was going through his 13 to 16-year-old, you know, cutting school, it never dawned on me that he would run into trouble because I always believed that God got him. So I
Yeah.
just want you to always get there, right?
Yeah.
As a mom, though, as a mom, I remember being in a barbershop
Mm-hmm.
and my son didn't want to drive. And I was okay with that. And I said to one of the men, I was like, I'm afraid for him to drive.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the men said to me, don't do that to him. Don't put that fear in him.
A
Trust.
lot of time we
Trust
spoke
that he's
about
going
that
to
a
be
few weeks
okay.
back. We spoke about
Mm-hmm.
that a few weeks back when we were talking about fear, right? Then we're
Yeah.
imposing our fears on others. So
Yes.
because you're afraid that, oh my God, I don't want him to be in football because he might fall and break his arm or break a leg. Meanwhile, this is an NFL player in the making. So now you have blocked it with your
You
fear.
stopped it. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't
So we
want
have to be
you,
mindful
my
about
heart
that.
wants my family to be safe. That's all. That's you're putting a lot on your heart because you're
Mhm.
not, I'm not saying you are not. I'm talking to everyone, Salute. It's just a really good example. You're not trusting God with that very heart.
I was just going to say, so this is where trust, see how
Mm-hmm.
trust, so this is where how we know that we might need some work, some
Yeah.
healing around the heart, right? 'Cause if trust is a big thing, and I get it, especially in the times that we're living in, right? But all we can do at the least is put our trust in God and spirit
Yeah.
around, things like that, safety.
But that comes with healing
Yeah.
because you can't just say, because this happens, right? Especially with religious people.
Mhm.
God got me. I trust God, but you really don't.
Because we still worry, right?
I still worry.
We
But
still
at
worry.
some point, I watch House Hunters International a lot, and a
Mhm.
lot of these young kids are going abroad. I'm sure they
Mhm.
got parents back home in Idaho, Kentucky, New York City that's like, where are you? Why are you going to Germany? But what
Mhm.
do you do? What do you do with that child? You tell, because same thing happened to me. My son went to Seattle, and you go,
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I'm sending God with you.
Mhm.
Go.
Yeah. So that brings us to
Hmm.
Hawthorn berry, the tea that I'm drinking, right?
Yes.
So Hawthorn berry, it's um it's a cardiotonic. It's really good for the heart. Really, really good. It's good for a lot of heart related conditions,
Mm.
including helping to support the heart, like following like a heart attack, so it's
Oh,
restorative as
really?
well. It's believed to increase the strength of the heart muscle, right?
Mm. Hmm.
Um, it also supports with cholesterol levels and plaque
It
deposits in
does.
the artery,
Hmm. Hmm.
right?
Good
So
for
yeah,
good for
so
high
it's a
blood pressure.
yes. So it's a cardiotonic. It's anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and it's also a nervine. So it will help. Nervines help to calm us, to keep us calm. You know, not
Hmm.
sedated, but calm. To from anxiety and things like that, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So Hawthorn helps with heart murmurs, enlarged hearts, water retention. It regulates our
Hmm.
heartbeat and regulates our pressure. So high blood pressure, low blood pressure, it's going to regulate it, right?
Mm. Hmm.
And certainly, as I mentioned, it strengthens our heart muscle. Now, it would be best to work with if you are taking heart medication. It would be best to work with your doctor,
Yes.
or a very qualified herbalist to
Yes.
know how to use to supplement your pharmaceutical medication with
Herbal.
Hawthorn. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now,
Mm-hmm.
spiritually, the heart chakra, right?
Mm.
It supports with opening our hearts back up after it has been shut down. It helps us to open to receiving and giving, right? Again, remember, if that gate is down, nothing's coming out, nothing's going in.
Mm-hmm.
People can be throwing you all the hearts and loves and kisses all they want to. If that gate is down, you're not going to receive it,
Yeah.
right? Um, yeah, so it helps with the mending from sadness, loss, grief, heartbreak, you know,
Mm.
while bringing our heart back to its passion. You know, this
Mm.
this herb is fire energy.
Oh, I love fire energy.
We need that. And the
Mm-hmm.
beauty, what I love about this herb is that while it mends us physically, so again, it's a good cardio tonic. So meaning that you don't need to have an issue to take to use Hawthorn just for strengthening of the heart, making it more vital. All of those things. You take it. You can use it.
Right.
Um, yeah. So what I love about Hawthorn is that it also protects us while we're mending. It protects our heart from the fear of being broken again. You
Yeah.
know, the energy of the thorns. The hawthorn is like a shrub, and it has thorns, right? And so those thorns, the energy of those thorns protect us. So the energy of those thorns are in whatever it is that we're concocting with the hawthorn. So if we're manifesting mending and healing for our hearts, we're protected. This fire energy is protecting, will protect us, as we reopen it and heal, right? So take care of your heart and always check in to see what your heart wants and what your heart needs. And don't be afraid to um, be truthful with yourself. You know, you we are all in deserve of healing and having happiness and joy and contentment and peace. You know, why wear the mask when we can just take it off? Because that's really not the mask that we want to wear. So let's do the work that needs to be done so that we can take that mask off and truly be authentic.
Yes.
Hmm.
So I just
Yeah.
wanted to show you,
Hmm.
because of course I'm on my healing journey.
Hmm.
Now,
Oh, okay.
now out here, I'm in the Caribbean, so without a car, it's hard for me to get a lot of my what I need because there are
Hmm.
herbal stores, but I don't have a car. So
Yeah.
I get what I get where I can get it. And
Yes.
the
Hmm.
hibiscus is really big out here.
Yes. Hmm.
So it comes
Hmm.
tucked on with
Hmm.
hibiscus.
Yeah.
And so I've been on my healing journey. I buy this and drink this often.
Yeah. Yeah. And the love elixir that I make, the
Yeah,
self love elixir.
I love the love
It
elixir.
Yeah, it includes hawthorn as well. So it's rose, damiana, and the damiana is to take care of the womb area, the sacral chakra area, right? Because when we are working on the heart, we also should focus on the womb. or
Mm.
sacral chakra, right? When we're working on that area, the womb sacral chakra area, we should also focus on the heart. They work together.
Go together.
They go together,
Well,
right? So yeah, so the love elixir has rose, damiana, the hawthorn berry, and ginger for that fire, for that kick.
mm,
And well, if anyone wants to order it from my website, um, you can have it at a 20% discount. So yeah, it's 25, but I will sell it for 20. Hmm. Just
well,
yeah. Hmm.
well.
Who else is
First
it?
of all, we really need to talk about your love elixir, but that's going to be another time. But I love the fact that Hawthorn is in it because we are really at an impressive Venus in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, and love is in the air. And we have to begin preparing not for the love.
Yeah.
We have to prepare for we have to prepare for love so that we can really actualize the best love for our souls.
Yeah. Yeah, and that love elixir is for love, self-love, giving love, receiving love, opening up your heart. All of these things that I discussed, in this hour. Yeah, you know. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
I was about to say, because I always forget, right? I was
Mhm.
about to say, can you make a Hawthorn elixir, forgetting that that's in the love elixir. Do you call it the love elixir? Because I
Yes.
got rid of it. There's no more.
Yeah. It's a love elixir.
The
Mhm.
love. It's so good and so sweet. You're
Mhm.
gonna. It's so good.
Hawthorn is a delicious. Hawthorn berry is it's so delicious, so delicious. It makes a wonderful syrup. You can make jam with it. You can make
How do you spell elixir?
tincture with it.
Uh, elixir.
Elix. I have to write it. Elixir. Yeah. Mhm.
Elixir. ELIXIR.
Yeah.
Okay. It didn't autocorrect me, so
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm on the site now. Do you have Hawthorn tea? Look for the love elixir, soul sister. I love everyone that hears but doesn't hear. orinaturals.com, soul
Yeah.
sister, and everyone else.
So in the next hour, I'll activate the discount, but the discount would be Tracy, 23. Okay, it's going to be activated in the next hour when I get off the call, but it will be Tracy, Tracey 23. You'll enter it in the checkout. Hmm.
23 is a number of change.
Hmm.
It is
All right, people, let's get to changing, shifting.
shifting, growing, elevating,
Yeah.
vibrating higher. So, orinaturals.com for the love elixir, and the discount code is Tracy23.
Yes, that's it.
Perfect.
Which will be activated in the next hour or so. So that'll give you the 20% discount
Yes.
off the love elixir. Mm-hmm.
Priestess Ifaseye, I'm going to end the show reluctantly,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a Driving Miss Daisy event. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. I have a Driving Miss Daisy event. I'll explain it later.
Okay. Another one for the memoir.
It's all about community, right?
That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a good weekend. See you next week.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you, Priestess Ifaseye. I love you. Thank you.
I love you too. Thank you.
Bye. Oh.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live.
I feed birds all the time. The doves have never come, ever. This is too beautiful.